DC the beat man. DC the beat man.
So epic.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Train, as usual. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. And as you see, we got my guy, King Dev, on the screen. What's good? What's good, Devin? How's everything, man?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm glad to be back on the show.
I appreciate it. Now, you got all black on today, so it seems like he's trying to bring the heat. He might try to look to kill me today, folks. I don't know. I'm getting a little nervous now. All right, we'll see how it shakes.
No, it's not even like that.
I don't know now. I'm gonna keep my head on the swivel. All right, so look, we are back now. I told y'all, we talked about some WNBA players. Some of them might pertain to this section specifically because we got, you know what? Let's kick it off proper with this, right? The Dallas Wings. A lot of teams are, a lot of players, a lot of the media is hyping up the Aces and Liberty, and rightfully so. But I think we not hyping up enough of the teams. We just gonna go down the list and see how these teams are stacking up. Now, personally, I like the Wings. Now, before I show the team, Devin is actually on record for saying that they were going to be the next Golden State Warriors. All right. Now, he made that statement before trades were made, though. So but Devin, real quick. Matter of fact, I'll let you get on your soapbox real quick. The floor is yours. What's your thoughts, champ?
I'm upset. Because I made that comment with sure confidence that they were gonna keep Marina Mabry, man. I was like, they about to have a 1-2 combo with a great rebounder in Tierra McCowan, and then they just trade her away. It's basketball. It's the business.
So I hear that, right? I understand. But when you look at the team that they acquired, like, Devin, I don't think you really can get too mad at this here roster there, Chain. Like, can we talk about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know what I mean? Like,
hold on. When did they get Kalani Brown?
I'm not certain when they got her, but apparently they got her on the roster. So my thoughts are, well,
wait, no, hold on.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, dog.
Wait.
Like, hey, dog. I'm just saying, Chain. Like,
if they have a good shooting night, nobody's beat. As a matter of fact, actually, they don't even need a good shooting night. They don't need a good shooting night.
So look. Here's my thoughts on the roster so far. So we got starting five: Arike, Diamond, Natasha, Sato, and Tierra. Like, do you understand what that is? That's 5'8" from Arike Agumbawale. After that, everybody is 6'1" and above. 6'1".
That's what I'm saying.
That's disgusting. Now, you want to know, and I was thinking about this, Rick. I was waiting for you to come on, and I was like, you know what? Let me think about the Wings real quick. I want to give a solid comparison. You remember that year when the Lakers acquired Karl Malone and Gary Payton? We made these big-ass acquisitions, and we were supposed to win it all, and we lost to the Pistons? This team kind of reminds me of the Pistons. Like, Diamond DeShield, tough. Like, I'm not saying Rip Hamilton, but she can give me Rip Hamilton vibes. Like, again, Arike, Chauncey Billups. I'm gonna be interested to see how that leadership, like Chauncey, if she can get to that level. But I know she's at least a leader. So I know we had a little trouble situation early on last year, but that seemed to have spelled a little bit. So I think this team has Detroit Pistons capabilities. My biggest concern, starting five, Sato Sabali health-wise.
And I agree. I completely agree.
That's the biggest concern for me. And now off the bench, you got Crystal Dangerfield, Rookie of the Year. Got a chip on the shoulder because the Lynx cut her, and they cut her unnecessarily. That's because of the stupid WNBA's rule where they only have 12 roster spots, where I still believe they need to make that. Matter of fact, hold on. I need to listen.
15.
Yeah. Can we kick up the roster spots, please, from 12 to 15? I understand. There's got to be enough money out there to make this happen. Because it is harder for the WNBA players to be playing in the WNBA than it is for men to be playing in the NBA. Because if they don't make an NBA roster, men-wise, they can at least go to the G League and get pulled up. If the WNBA doesn't take you, they just don't.
Then you gotta go overseas and you're suspended a whole year.
I gotta look at that suspend the whole year thing part. I gotta double check that one. But I do know it's not as easy to getting into the NBA as it is getting into WNBA, or it's not as easy getting into the WNBA as it is getting into the NBA.
Right,
already
because of the roster spots.
Exactly. So that is the main reason why we're saying that. But we would appreciate if we can change that. However, because of Crystal Dangerfield, that chip on the shoulder, I'm expecting her to boogie a little bit. 5'5", we can work with that still.
I want to make a quick comment though.
What's up?
I'm a huge fan of Diamond Shields. I'm a huge fan of hers. Right? She's the X factor on this team. I'm looking at the starting five, and I know she's definitely gonna start. But my God, you can't. I don't even know. I don't know who.
She's the X factor.
I don't know who's gonna be the number 4 in the starting lineup. Who do you think's gonna be the number 4?
It's either gonna be Natasha Howard or Sato Sabali. Because again, when I'm looking at both of these players, right? Sato is 6'4", Natasha 6'2". So that's interchangeable, small forward, power forward type situation. But because Natasha Howard is still she got some stockiness to her. She's not brawling. She got some stockiness to her. A little bit where I can throw her at that small forward or the power forward slot. Like a Rasheed Wallace, he's not overly bulky, but he got enough size on him where he can be interchangeable. So I think one of those two players can run you 3. I honestly 3 and your 4 if you really want to.
I just realized how old I am. I remember watching Natasha Howard her rookie year. She's been in the league 9 years.
Fact. And hey, dog, a whole bucket. She know too.
And everybody in their starting 5 can shoot the ball.
I don't know about Tierra. No disrespect, but hey, she's solid on the interior. She's solid on the interior though. Now let me ask you this, because you said something. You said the X factor is Diamond, right? I thought the X factor was going to be the bench, right? I think Owak and Charlie, they actually can now get more availability. They can get more PT potentially because you got a starting 5 that's pretty solid. Starting 5s aren't everything though. You need depth, and both of those players are 6'4", 6'5". Both have tremendous potential still because they got recently drafted. Then, not to mention, did you know that the Dallas Wings actually have 3 of the top 11 picks in this year's draft? They got number 3, number 5, and then number 11.
Wait.
So they're about to get, yeah. So they're really about to turn up. And again, we're all talking about Aces and Liberty, but we're not looking at the Dallas Wings.
It's gonna work. See now.
Someone's gonna get the boot.
Someone's getting cut.
But it's possibly gonna be the 11th player unless they're getting someone with tremendous height. But you already got Tierra McCowan and other players out there on your squad. Again, when I'm looking at this team, I'm automatically keeping Crystal, Arike, Diamond, Natasha, Sato. I have 2 play, and I already got someone with height in Kalani Brown off the bench. So again, I don't need they probably gonna get some forward. They can probably get some forwards. They can make something shake because I think at least one of them is gonna keep their job. I don't know who this is. Like, she might,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Not there.
Alani staying because she's been having a hard time staying on the roster. Like, that's what I've been seeing. But I mean, having 2, 6, 7 players on the same team, having one come off the bench when the other one's tired.
Exactly. That would be helpful. That would be nice. So again, the Dallas Wings, they're pretty solid. But I thought Awaka and Charlie would be the X factor, with Sato's health being the X factor for me. Because if Sato is solid, if she's healthy, I think I was telling you about this. She gives me the Candace Parker archetype type vibes where, so now if I have her, well, if I'm going to talk about the Detroit Pistons, for example, I'm going to equate her to Tayshaun Prince. I'm going to give Rasheed Wallace on to Natasha Howard. Ben Wallace, I guess for height, Sierra McCallum got to get Ben Wallace, but Ben was no slouch though. And John Quell's over there. You got Asia Wilson over on the Aces, so that's the perfect situation. Like, someone's got to stop them. And then let's say Candace Parker is running the 5 and Asia's running the 4. Candace Parker's got to stop you, and you're 6'7". She's older, so it's possible that you can get the better of her at this point in time in her career.
Right.
So I'm just saying, like, this Wings team, like, what would you put percentage-wise in terms of chance that they could beat the Aces or the Liberty?
Yeah. Aces is going to be hard because you got Becky Hammond as a very defensive-minded coach.
Mm-hmm.
Because, she came from Popovich's camp, and all they do is run defense.
Right.
That's going to be hard. I'm giving them like a 30% chance to beat them.
30.
And that sounds really, really low, but actually 30% is a lot higher than what anybody else would say.
Okay. Now, how about with the Liberty?
I feel like that might be a shootout. I'm not entirely sure because I gotta see what Stewie does with John Quell. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could be totally different. And I know that when Stewie played with Tina Charles, all they were doing was just lighting teams up.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that's going to be the same thing in New York with John Quell. They're just going to be lighting teams up. So I give them a 50% chance, only because they could have a bad shooting night and the Wings have a scorch night.
You said 50% chance for Liberty again, and then 30% for Aces. See, I look at it as, again, if we're talking about a healthy Wings team, and if the bench can give me the production that I'm looking for, I'm looking at a solid 50-50 shot.
For both teams?
For both teams. The toughest situation is going to be Brianna Stewart and me guarding her. I think I can actually guard Asia Wilson decently with this Wings team. Guard spot wise, I'm not worried. Reason why, Courtney Vandersloot is going to be my probable point guard that I'm going to have Arike guarding. Arike 5'8". So if we're talking about from a height disparity, there's not going to be one on that side. And then on the Aces, well, all they really have is guards. Like, their first Jackie, Kelsey Plum, and then Chelsea Gray, they're all guards. After that, it's Candace Parker and Asia Wilson. That's their death lineup right there. So this Wings team, again, Arike 5'8". After that, everybody's 6'1" to 6'7". I should be able to guard pretty much whoever I want to on this team. So if I need to run zone, boom, I got it. If I need to run man, boom, I got it. And off the bench, I'm bringing you 6'4", 6'5", 6'7", and then one person who's 5'5", who can actually boogie. So it's like I like 50% personally against both teams, and I stress health so much because now as long as everyone's healthy, I'm cool. Like, I like their odds. Now, who wins? Toss up. Because, again, 50-50 ball for me. But I genuinely do like this team, and before people say, oh well, he's probably saying this because Natasha threw his video up there. That's not necessarily the case.
Hey, hold on. I got to give a quick shout out to Natasha. She didn't have to do that. That
Hey,
was
bro,
incredible.
I already told her thank you because I'm sitting like, dog. I got so on the actual video, like I think she put like, oh, I really rock with this video. But I'm thinking of someone who just typed the name in the account, right? Because like you see a Kyrie Irving or LeBron James, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But cool, got you. And then I saw like her like a tag where she just recorded it. I was like, that's kind of tough. Like that, I appreciate that. I tipped the cap off to her on that one. Like you said, she did not have to do that at all. Like and people are still liking the video. It's crazy, but that's not why I'm saying like they could actually win this series. Like I need people to understand this Wings team is pretty scary. So and before y'all say exactly, and before y'all say I'm biased too, definitely pay attention because we have more teams to talk about. We have more teams to talk about. Say we
shoot. All I gotta say is that this season's gonna be stupid interesting. It's gonna be ridiculously interesting. I'm tuning in. Matter of fact, you know what we should do? We should have a watch party.
I'm down. Only thing, it might get a little tricky because literally this weekend I plan on buying a boatload of WNBA tickets to actually go to the games. So like I think the 19th is the Mystics play the Liberty. So I do plan on.
And I know you're going to that. I know you're going to that game.
Yeah. Oh, and you already know I'm going to the Wings game too. And I forget who's playing on my actual birthday, but like that might be a new tradition now. Because last year I went there on my birthday to watch a game. This year I'm gonna do it again. Like it should be a good time. But I'm down for doing a watch party on one of the games for certain. I just got to figure out how to do it because streaming purposes, you know, I'm not trying to get shut down.
Right.
them are straight. But I greatly appreciate you though. And look, for real, at some point in time, we do got to try to schedule that game, that one-on-one. Because to kind of go back to earlier, I'm beating your ass in a basketball game one-on-one. I don't care. Like, hey, matter of fact, hold on. Go ahead. Get my ring now. Ring me. Duke fan. You know how it is. Hold on.
I always have this ring good and ready when someone does that.
Hey, look, I'm about to flex right quick.
It's a ring, it's still a ring.
It's still a ring, dude. I got I'm in these basketball leagues, and so they're giving out actual rings now. So I'm about to start bringing them on set. Yeah, I really like that because I hate getting the big ass trophies. There's no place to store them after a while. Right. But I greatly appreciate that, though, man. We will definitely do this again, and people, you know, there's more WNBA teams to talk about. You know, I'm talking about them with other players, or with other people. But if you want to specifically hear Devin, we can talk about the other people another time. So, till next time, we definitely greatly appreciate it, and hope you all like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone who's anybody. Go check out his page too, by the way. You know, that's in the description. It's in the bio. So, but yeah, hope y'all have a good one. Take care.
I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I got to go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here, too.